Are we showing up yet? Oh, there we go. Cool. Oh wow, that's annoying. Okay. Oh, we're going there. And here we go on Twitch. Sweet. Okay. Close all that. Let's get into it. I wonder if this... I'm sure this is more of a control game. Let's jump into Replaced. Playing the demo here. This one looks interesting. North American Trucking Association, huh? Reach. Actualizing our status. Our work at Phoenix Corporation, me as an AI and you as my creator and operator Warren, was flawless until today. Grief over the death of your only friend and my co-creator Steven caused critical overload that blew up my servers. A damaged neural interface somehow transferred me into your body, Warren. The damage control squad arrived at the burning laboratory not to help the survivors but to eliminate them. We had to flee. Our escape forced us beyond the Phoenix City wall. Our priorities are to survive, get back to the laboratory, return your body to you, and uncover Phoenix Corporation's motives. Okay. Nowhere to go over there, I assume. It's got some cool lighting. Or I can just run and jump. Hold A to jump higher. Archives state those who live outside the walls are provided with all the necessities, but this place is ruined. Freaking wasteland out here. What happened? Is there anywhere for me to go? go from here? Just wander back and forth. You get a snack at the gas station or what? Welcome to Phoenix. Oh, that's my menu. That's cool, kind of cool. It's like a Walkman. Sort of style thing. Oh, you whiffed that one, buddy. Okay, what am I doing? Tutorials. We don't have any. Organizer. Get back to Phoenix. Returning to the laboratory remains a priority. Huxley, a standard police firearm issued by Phoenix Corporation. This weapon can quickly switch between baton mode and laser gun mode, increasing its wielder's combat. A built-in biolock prevents the gun from being used by unauthorized citizens. I'm confused. Did I miss something? Was I not paying attention? Do I go... Let's restart from checkpoint. Oh. I missed that. Figure it out. I'm a little slow here. Now we can climb up here, I guess. To let you experience Replace Combat System more thoroughly, this demo features the Huxley gun ability, which is obtained at a later stage in the full game. So X basic attack, counter attack, we've got a jump, a finisher, and a heal. To let you experience Replace Combat System more thoroughly, this demo... Oh, okay. Was the previous screen. You can open the controls guide by pressing the pause button. Okay, whoa, okay, what am I doing here? Take that, bitch. That's the gun's just like a finisher. I just whacked him with a baton otherwise. Oh no, I shot him. Looks like I need to charge it up. You're done, buddy. I did lose health. Well, that's expected for somebody that's never done this combat. Is that all you guys got? You gonna throw more at me? Southwest Labor District. This district was part of Phoenix City before the wall was built. Okay. What's the wall? And what is that thing? It's trying to kill me, whatever it is. Keep the damn car steady. Those people threaten our existence. We need to be discreet to survive, Warren. Okay, so obviously we don't run right out. What's the deal with this guy in the background, too? It's kind of spooky. I'll run out right here. Ooh, it's a hunt night. We're not even worried about this guy. Okay, maybe we are. We'll go after he goes that way. Gotta sneak on by. Okay, now how do I get up here? It's just like a... I gotta move something type dealy? What would it be? What's that say? The killer ship. I mean, it doesn't look like I missed anything back there. Oh. I just missed the jump, apparently. This area is getting progressively hostile, yet we managed to survive. Can I swing on these? Yeah. Almost got a little Prince Persia going on here. Oh, I bet I climb this. Yeah. And then we go here. And a little swing and a swing and a jump. Why did I climb up there in the first place? Just for fun? There's something to scan here. What's that? An eviction notice. You are hereby notified to vacate this residential property by November 1970, 9 a.m. The reason for this eviction notice is the finalization of Phoenix City infrastructural reorganization. As stated in the lease, you may apply for accommodation within the wall at any Phoenix Corporation office until November 15th. Living condition improvements are distributed among applicants on a case-by-case basis. Okay. If you say so. Cool. So, failure to vacate the property on time will result in legal recourse. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. No problem. Is there anything else back here? Yeah, I'm not going to keep going back. There's no point. At least I don't think there is. And I probably move this over here. Bingo. But in here, Termite Josh, what's all the fuss out there? Termite Lug might be Mole's bastard again. Blondie went apeshit after we offered off his patron. Just to keep your bloody-eyed peels. All right. Okay. I feel like we gotta prioritize him first. Oh, he's gone. Taking a little damage here. Okay, get out of my way. Bomb. Okay. What's this? Pawn shop keeper's note. Laura, always check everything with dosimeter. Emitters are still dangerous. 100% scavenged from the dirty lands. I don't need that crap in my shot. Nothing over here. We move up to Alvi Drugs. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. What's this? Is this something I can interact with? Oh no, this guy again. Oh. Oh, okay. He's not that stupid. A moving crate is obviously moving because someone's moving it. Oh yeah, I probably should have waited for him to move that light. Whoopsie. Okay. Do a sweep. Do a sweep. We're clear. We're clear again. Get me out of here. I don't need to be sniped out of existence. I'm assuming I want to jump over these gaps. I mean, this definitely has sort of like a Limbo Inside kind of vibe to the game. Combat's a little different though. Beat your ass. Fuck you. Hey, I'm kind of becoming a pro at the combat already. No health loss there at all. How's it going? What's this? The Preacher's Diary. Our congregation is fading away. Last week, a whole district was evicted. The upstanding ones were offered modern accommodation in the city center. Some people moved west, but most agreed, and those who remained are interested neither in God nor in the devil. Oakley dokley. Let's mosey on out of here. Oh, there's some baddies over here. Let's beat their asses. Fuck you. We dodge those. Ain't a problem for me. I assume nobody lives around here anymore. We're just running through these backyards all willy-nilly. I guess there's a bunch of thugs hanging around too. What happened in this world? Oh, I can go down the stairs. Can I go up these stairs? That looks like there's stuff up there. Maybe I have to come down first. To use this terminal, we need to power up the generator first, or... Okay. First, I see some wires. That must be this. What's this thing? Pick up? So connect to the generator? Yeah. A portative battery, a bulky battery with universal socket. Its key features to accumulate and store both kinetic and solar energy. Cool. And our terminal's online. Hacking into the mainframe here? Okay, I see. Now we can jump onto these. Yep. Now we can move on up to the top floor. Jeez. What's this? Inaugural address. My friends, my fellow citizens, since the century's beginning, a time of tempest has seemed to come upon the continents of the earth. For our own country, it has been a time of recurring trial. We have passed through the fallout of our own ignorance and lust for power. This fact defines the meaning of this day. You summoned us to complete our dedication to the service of the people of our great nation. Yes, we quit the unnecessary and brutal war. Yes, we kept our country together upon facing the shadow of nuclear catastrophe. Yes, we finally focused on our own people and our own future. But that is not enough. It's time to rebuild our nation, blah, 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 blah. Nothing reflects God's will. Everything we achieved in these 7 years wouldn't have been possible. Unprecedented budget quote, total nuclear power use embargo, new jobs and quotas, constitutional prohibition of any participation in war, and finally the creation of special governmental committees with the Phoenix Initiative's elected representatives. They know how to save our country. They know how to lead it to the future. Something tells me that probably wasn't the right thing to do. And an archived poster. Back to the roots. Mine more coal for a better tomorrow. Okay. Guess I don't climb up there. Well, where do I go now? And then I can I hang on these chandeliers or climb any of these filing cabinets? I'm grabbing onto something here. A little vibration on my controller. I don't know. I might be too dumb for this game. I keep getting stuck. maybe I do have to come back down here. Let's hit this terminal again, see what that does. I guess we don't. There's nothing here, huh? We can go up the stairs, down the stairs, and not really interact with anything. So, I mean, there's got to be something up the stairs I'm missing. Oh, it's right here. That would be it. Reach. I assume it's pointless to communicate. Hey, prick, you think you're a big deal? Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna rip you from limb to limb. Get him. Get these gun guys first. Now we take you out. You guys ain't got nothing on me. This tank, though, he might be a problem. We'll see. We can finish you off. Shot to the head. Man, this guy can take a beating, huh? Come on, he must be. What the fuck was that? That was a killing blow is what that was. Oh, not the fucking train. Here comes our sniper. Now stand still, it won't hurt much this way. I have no solution for this situation, Warren. I'm gonna get shot. Whoa, what was that? It's like a sports car train? Is that friendly? Tempest. Tempest, the action movie, coming to theaters near you. But no time to waste being awestruck. Climb up on the wreckage before backup arrives. Tempest, eh? Is that our boy? We climb up here. A nice park. Some rock and roll. Tempest. Ooh boy, that was a close one back there. Close but no cigar. Man, you're tough as hell. Getting so far, taking out that termite trash along the way. I'd better watch out or you'll steal my job. You know I usually grab the newbies right from the pit. If I'm swift enough, that is. Oh, whatever. Name's Tempest. I'm Reach. Heh, like Richard or like that bloody homicidal court machine? Just joking, dude. Relax. Who am I to judge names? You're okay, Reach. I'm taking you to a safe place. Catch your breath now as we're about to make like a banana and split. I just how to get back right. I'm going to click that, I guess. I need to get back behind the wall as soon as possible. It's always this way, you know? Denial to start. Then sweet, sweet acceptance. What do you mean? Come on. Have you seen the freaking wall? It's insuperable. So unless you can fly or melt that shit with your eyes. Wait a second, that gun. Can you use it? Yes, I found it on a dead trooper. I assumed the biolock malfunctioned, so I... Well, I never. A Phoenix gun, a disposal can use. Man, I cannot wait to see the council's faces. This will make them change their tune for sure. Come on, Richie boy, jump into the car. I'll get you back. I'll get us all back. Let's go. I recognize this man, Warren, Rolf Hurd. We processed his profile before. We should follow. The troopers will come looking for him. They will take us back to the laboratory. It's like a piece of bait for us. You're tracking them down, are they? Oh, that's it? Okay, that was cool. A little taste of the Replace demo. Cool, well, let's exit out of that then. What else did we pick up for demos? Let's try out this titanium cord. Save that. How do I get my game capture up here? Gonna work? Game capture's not working. No worries, we can do screen capture, I guess. Cool. And is there sound? There seems to be sound. Yeah, okay. So this is Titanium Court by A.P. Thompson. What am I looking at? My screen all right here? I think so. A man steps onto stage and taps a microphone. Good evening. Before we begin the game, there will be a few announcements. First, due to unexpected circumstances, the part of the player will be performed by an understudy. A couple of audible groans and one muffled boo erupt from the audience. Now, there's no need for that. This kid may not star yet. But I've seen her rehearse, and I can guarantee that she'll impress you. She may not have had time to memorize any of her lines, but well, neither have any of you. The audience laughs. Second, we'd like to warn you that this production features a significant amount of obscenity. But before all the parents in the audience begin covering their children's ears, know this. This stage is enchanted such that the obscenities can only be heard by those of sufficient emotional maturity to handle hearing them. And finally, the writing room would like to issue an apology for failing to complete the script before this performance. They're working on it as I speak, so it's my pleasure to announce that tonight's performance is also a race. Who will win? The writers furiously working to finish the script or the performers attempting to perform it? I can't answer that question, but I can announce that the race begins now. Hope you enjoy the game. Where should you start? We were walking through the woods when the world around you shattered. This was both alarming and inconvenient. Isolated on a lone stretch of ground, you were transfixed as the broken landscape began to rearrange itself. Match 3 kind of game. Your eyes followed the trees and hills collapsing in lines of 3 as if the forest you knew were not becoming carefully untangled. You dared not move from your position as the ground beneath your feet quivered in anticipation of shattering further. Okay. I know how to play a match 3 game. We don't need a tutorial. You passed the time this way for who knows how long. So we're just playing now. Until the court slid into view. At first you weren't sure you could trust your eyes. But there it was, a great shining structure among the rolling landscapes, something stable and enclosed, a shelter. You kept your eyes on it, hoping it would draw close enough that you might peer inside its windows. Surprisingly, the court appeared to move freely through the broken landscape, disregarding lines of 3 as it approached your position. Oh, I've got to get the court to me. That's what we're doing here, huh? Oh, it can just move. And just as it came near, the shattered landscape lurched. With little warning, the forest snapped back together as if someone had pulled the knot of reality tight. The knot of reality tight once again. Except by now it wasn't the forest you knew. It was hardly even a forest. You stood stretched and began the hike towards the court. AP Thompson presents. Okay. Later, while the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. Hoping to avoid any attention, you sought out a more isolated part of the hall. An empty table near an exit, where no one would pay you much mind. A sound plan except. The hall was soon overflowing with people, and your table was no exception. The young man seated to your right began engaging you in idle conversation. The weather, how you found the meal, the role of the individual in a society, how you prefer to make your bed, those sorts of subjects. Eventually, he inquired about how you came to arrive at the court, which answers my question quite thoroughly while raising many more, he says as you conclude your tale. But forgive me, why haven't you actually finished your story? You haven't actually finished your story, have you? You admit there's a bit more, though you have yet to make sense of it. The people within the court were earnest but odd. What is all this stuff going on here? There's a pause menu. This looks like my court health. Did I just get a tooltip that just went away? Health, a vital resource easily neglected. When depleted, you'll lose the war. Money, a mortal magic power sustained by collective hallucination. This is food, makes bodies tall and strong. Water pulls minds and concepts through the veil. Wood, fashioned into a club with which you may speak softly. Stone, absorbs impacts, losses, and eons. Monarch, offensive job, turn property damage into profit, earn money when you destroy whatever those are, castles. Okay, after your arrival, you attempted to get some answers about your whereabouts and the strange circumstances outside, except they spoke mostly in riddles and nonsense, didn't they? They did. Let's find out where you are. A man resting in the shade of the wall. A woman in a helmet doing her taxes at a picnic table. A pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic. A small cat bathing in the sun atop the walls. Oh, we gotta be talking magic for sure. Magic the Gathering? Are we theory crafting decks here? There appeared to be a seminar of some sort taking place in the courtyard. A seminar on magic, if you understood the text on the blackboard correctly. So, okay, first you take a metaphor and then you stretch it really thin, right? Right. Like really thin, so thin you forgot its original purpose, then you inflate it. Right, just inflate the metaphor. I prefer to use my lungs for that. Then as it's inflating, you twist it like hang on, like so. You still following? I think so. I'm not following at all. And hold on. Ta-da! There. It now resembles a dog. A delight for children and such. They're blowing up balloon animals. That's not quite magic, if you ask me. Okay, so what happened to the metaphor? It's a lovely little balloon dog now. I see. You seemed a bit busy, so you left them to it. Next, you. Hold on, are you seriously going to tell me about every individual conversation you had in excruciating detail? Yeah, I totally am. Yes, you are, because if he lets you proceed uninterrupted, he'll learn that many of these people played a part in what happened next. Fine, fine. Let's go with a woman in a helmet doing her taxes on a picnic table. It's tax time. Seems pertinent to be doing taxes now. Said the woman, I would love to tell you where we are, friend, but I haven't even figured out where we aren't. She gestured at a stack of maps on the table behind her. We're not in any of those places, or at least we weren't. Who knows if that's true now that the tide has come in. You attempt another tactic, hoping to glean some information. Perhaps she could at least tell you the name of this place. Oh, we just call it the court. Its full name is the Court of, I forget, something like the Court of Aluminium, but it starts with a T. The Court of Tungsten? I don't know. Maybe I'm new here and I'm bad with names, but at least I can give you mine. I'm Robin. She held out her hand, which you shook as you introduced yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should try to sort this out before the tide settles again. Man resting in the shade of the wall. Let's go talk to this fellow. Whoa, pal, before you ask me any more questions, you gotta know my deal. My deal is that I can only answer questions you haven't asked. So as to where we are, no can do. Sorry, can't tell you. But what are we doing? Oh man, we're a court of fairies on a quest to find our missing queen. He looked to both sides, then said, so let me know if you see her. Just don't ask me where she is. And the small cat, sunbathing. Meow. Your questions are numerous but inconsequential, for they miss the current crisis. What crisis? Why the crisis wherein my dinner is late? It is so late, in fact, that I'm not certain the concept of dinner isn't something I invented in a fugue of hunger. A All other societal issues are more trivialities in comparison to my plight. Please, stranger, might you fill my bowl, thus ending this ravenous standoff? A woman behind you laughed. Oh, don't listen to him. He's been fed twice today already. Friggin' cat. Trying to pull a fast one on me. What did the outside of the court look like from atop the walls? Finding no immediate answers inside the court, you moved to the top of the walls and looked outward. Perhaps there was something you could see from this vantage that would shed more light on your situation. To the contrary, conditions outside the walls were even stranger than they were at the time of your arrival. The rest of the shattered landscape had now melted away. The court stood alone amid a void. But not for long. Like a rush of water, new surroundings began to surround. Okay, we're back to the game. Much of the new topography was familiar to you. You could identify fields, water, woods, and hills. But there was something else to see. A menacing group of other courts were also part of the landscape. You were not alone in noticing these. Someone shouted, "The war! The war! The war is here!" Someone else, "That can't be! Puck said no wars until we find the queen." Then perhaps he should explain that to them. Surrounded by the enemy on all sides and bereft of an obvious course of action, the people of the court began to pray. A man stepped forward and offered the first prayer. "I genuinely wish there no harm upon our enemy. I merely pray they would fade into obscurity." So we get rid of them. Yep. Wow, I didn't expect that to work, but thanks. The woman named Robin offered the next prayer. My notes are quite clear on this. Prayer does not work. Our time is much better spent steering the court. Remember, their soldiers cannot cross water. We should try to take shelter behind a moat until the tide comes in. Okay. There, now that river protects us from nearly half the field. Oh, well, kind of. We're right beside an enemy. Hills should also slow their advance. So for my next prayer, but the next prayer did not belong to Robin. The next prayer belonged to the cat. Oh no. So long as we are making demands of God, then my wish as ever is to be fed. Okay, we'll get you wheat. Psst, hey. Probably didn't notice, but something just happened over here. What happened is, by matching fields, the court has just acquired more food. I did notice that. I'm very observant. Oh, we already checked out the sidebar. None of those fairies in the court will tell you this. Their religion forbids them from acknowledging the existence of the user interface. But I am a secular tooltip. I fear no god. I will do my best to provide you with this vital information. You're welcome. Yes, more of that, please. Okay, we'll give you more food, kitty cat. Just shut up about it already. Robin then bemoaned the loss of the moat, and we face even more of the enemy than before. Why must I bother? The scholars at the blackboard now chimed in. We've identified the most strategically sound location. This spot right here. Are you gonna make a balloon animal out of that? If we just steer over here, carefully, we should be fine. Okay, you want me? But Robin interjected. Stop. Look at the clock. It's almost low tide. We have time left for only one more move. Where's the clock? Hello again. So, the clock and time left Robin alludes to is in fact this unassuming progress bar at the edge of your vision. Much like life, every move you make will deplete some of your remaining time. If we have only one prayer left, what do you suggest we ask for? We might as well pray for a miracle. Well, that's a start. A Apologies, but another explanation from me. Your humble tooltip is in order. The previous move chained multiple matches together. Because of this, you have earned some bonus time. For the fairies of the court, this might as well be a miracle. Is there any chance we could do that again, whatever that was? Well, I bet there is, but there was no such chance. The next prayer would be the last one. Okay, I'm wrong. Incidentally, the next prayer would also belong to you. Unsure of what any of this really meant, you imitated the people around you and made a pointless decision. I'm gonna make a pointless decision. I don't think I'm going to. Let's get Let's get wed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. The battlefield snapped together as the court snapped to attention. Places everyone. Windows were shuttered, doors were slammed, large swaths of people emerged from further inside and formed a line near the gates. Tap on your shoulder, one of the scholars. We could use some help in the dressing room if you have a free hand. Along with the scholars introduced to you as Hop and Skip, you sorted through a large pile of costumes, props, and weapons. Check the tag on that, would you? Make sure I put it together properly. Click and hold. Farmer, working fairy gathers food from fields. And then this is a soldier offensive fairy attacks the enemy. Okay, so we click to use. You handed the bundle of farmer's apparel to the first person in line. Unperturbed by the idea of harvesting wheat in the middle of a battle, they whistled as they marched out the front gate. Now do it again, deploy another farmer. Easy peasy. Now let's see if this one fits anyone. Click and hold. It's a soldier. Handed a bundle of armor and weapons to the next person in line. She tested the weight of a weapon in her hand. I haven't received any training, so I'm just planning to hit anything that doesn't belong to us. Good luck out there. After this minimal preparation, the scholars considered their work finished. I'd place our chances of survival somewhere near abysmal, but I'm afraid this is the best we can do. A small mercy, at least, that the Queen isn't here to witness this. And so you waited with the others for the battle to commence. Hello, I must pester you one more time before I take my leave. Observe, this is the undo button. Use it to change your mind as many times as you wish before starting the battle. However, the official editorial position of this tooltip is that you are liable to lose no matter how many times you change your mind presently. When you're ready to lose, use the play button to proceed to the battle. Now I will leave you in peace. But should you ever desire the company of your loyal tooltip, all you need to do is click and hold over any button or tile, and I will do my best to explain it to you. Thanks, tooltip. And then, like, can I press more of these? I don't understand that at all. Let's just play. Yeah, we're gonna battle. No, we're destined to lose this. This is a scripted loss. Okay. We'll fill our wine up. And then, sometime later, as the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. The man to your right is beside himself with laughter. Okay, so our court, caught off guard by a sudden war, stumbled behind enemy lines. made a token attempt at resistance and was summarily toppled. Do I have that right? Yes, that does appear to be an accurate summary. Well then, I'm certainly glad I slept through that, huh? As you look at your surroundings, a switch flips in your mind. Your own story makes a little sense now that you think on it. How did you? Your companion pats your arm. Don't worry about it. If our car couldn't withstand physical destruction, we wouldn't last 5 minutes within the pull of the tide. But enough of that. It's about time I made some introductions. As you've narrowly avoided learning, this place is called Titanium Court. Meanwhile, I have the honor of being the steward of the court. My name is Puck, although my lovers and enemies call me Goodfellow. I'm chief advisor and friend eternal to our fair queen. As fancy as that sounds, in practice it means he's unemployed. One of the scholars, the man named Hop, has approached your table. He appears to have had a drink or two, or 4. He pulls up a seat between the two of you and assumes a jovial posture. Guess the queen stood us up, eh, good fellow? Lucky for her. I'd say I'd skip town too if I knew what a sorry showing the court would make. But on the plus side, we can continue draining her wine cellar. Now, are you going to help me with that, good fellow, or are you just going to stare at me? I don't mind either way. Puck, staring at the scholar, mouth agape, slowly inhales and pinches his nose. What fools these? How drunk are you? Hop, the queen is right here. I've been speaking to her for the entire feast. Where? An excited hush falls over the entire hall. I'm the queen? Hop blinks, looks at you, looks at Puck, turns bright red. Oh, huh. I see it now. That calls for Her Majesty's finest vintage. I'll be right back. As Hop makes a quick exit, you look steadily at Puck and shake your head. There's no use denying it now, not after the tale you told me. If you'd like more proof, just take a look at where you're seated. You slowly take in your surroundings. Puck smiles. Now, if I may conclude my introductions, let me introduce the court to your majesty and likewise. He stands up and addresses the entire hall as he says, Long absent, the Queen of Titanium Court, always a stranger, has arrived. Cheers erupt and dessert is served. To your left, Hop returned with an armful of glasses and bottles. And about time, too. Good fellow. Did you tell her about the war yet? Titanium Court. It's the name of the game. Chapter 1, a place beloved only of clowns and criminals. And then, just a short while after the feast, the court returns to war. As is tradition. You're in charge of the war now, Your Majesty. You should be fine. Just remember everything we've taught you about magical warfare. Blinking slowly, you remind them that at this exact moment, they have taught you roughly nothing about magical warfare. Ah, good. She remembers quite clearly. While the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Okay, this is new. You gotta consult the map. Okay, I'm consulting. I see tiles. I see a pumpkin. But is this a sign? Okay. What's this? I don't know. You don't know what any of this means. That's correct, I don't. Well, so let's just close it. While the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. I don't have available units. All right. definitely like want to remove our enemies, right? Okay, I'm seeing the progress go down here. Okay. How do we combo stuff? That's what we're looking for here, I think. Big combos. Let's do this. That was kind of a little bit bigger of a move, right? And take castles out all day. We're running out of moves. Hey, sweetie. What are we gonna match here? I'm looking for something we can chain together because we're kind of out of moves. Like we can match this. I don't think that chains anything. We can match this. That's not gonna chain anything though. We do this. That. Okay, this is definitely our last move, too. You can tell by the progress bar. Good night. What do we do now? This doesn't give us much. I mean, honestly, there's nothing there either. That move like doesn't even matter too is the other question. Fuck, let's just do this. That moved a couple things. Oh, and that did give us a bonus move. That's it. Make preparations for the coming battle. Okay, well, there's, I mean, we can throw a farmer out there, but I think we need some soldiers. They require 3 food each. Okay, let's just go with that, yeah. Actually pretty safe because of the moat. I didn't need that many soldiers. Slam dunk on that one. Well, Having now achieved some kind of victory in the war, you wonder if someone in the court might help you return home. It would be our pleasure if you can show us the way. Also, that was only one battle. There are many more to come, if my notes are to be trusted. Okay, well, if you understand this map correctly, if it even is a map, there appears to be some sort of signage just ahead. Okay, well, if that's where I'm at, I guess. Perhaps if you can reach those signs, you'll learn more about where you actually are, along with how to get home. And to reach them, we need to merely be swept forward by the tide, as we have been all along. Convenient. High tide. While the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Okay, big moves here. Yeah, that was all free, baby. Okay, what's this? Storage unit. Looks a lot like one you've rented in the past. What do we need money. Is there any through line to money? I'd love to get everything in that row down. Just one more. But how do I do that? I gotta like match something over here. Is there anything over here? I mean, that's match 4. I don't know if that provides anything for us. That's another match 4. Other than like moving more stuff in general. Okay, we need to get something moving here. Oh, that was nothing. That was a gamble anyways. Yeah, we're gonna open that storage unit for sure. Okay, well, it's locked. What do you do about that? I see about 3 guys. Cat knocks something down. Like, what's up with the animations too that are popping up when things happen? Oh, like a golf? A golf swing? It's like a bunch of random sport things, and then I saw a cat in there. And how did we do? High tide. While the field is broken, use it to your advantage. I think we gotta get rid of, like, lots of these guys. It's all free, baby. I'm just picking random stuff and it's going off. Okay. Is this where I start using my noggin? Nah. Okay, we're running the moves again. Does that doesn't chain? What can chain? We're looking for chain moves. Got any chain moves? That was a chain move. What's this? Pumpkin. Oh, this is a chain. That's a good move because it gets rid of those guys, I think. That takes 3 out. What is there? 9, 12, 15, 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What kind of math am I doing here? 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah. Just bad math is all. Alright, I'm thinking we take out 3 of you guys. Hope it chains. It didn't. Fighting 8's better than fighting 11. I mean, we can look at the map. I don't know what the hell it means. So we can pick our units. I think we can get him with 6 guys. Let's give him 7. Yeah. We go with the big army. These guys aren't gonna know what hit them. You're toast, son. Did those soldiers die? A menacing birdcage suddenly appears in the front of the court. Your Majesty, I have notes on this foe. Let me know if you'd like to see them. I would. I'd love to see them. While the field's broken, just to your advantage, Robin has notes on the birdcage. How the birdcage behaves in battle. Right, here's what my notes say. First, at the start of low tide, the birdcage will flood its surroundings with water. Following that, the birdcage will attack the court with birds. Fighting it may prove tricky if it's always surrounded by water. The court soldiers will be unable to reach it. You agree. You wonder if there's another approach the court could take. Either way, you thank Robin for the information. Okay. Let's use our brain power here. What's that supposed to mean? Wait, aren't some of those enemy courts empty? You've noticed a subtle difference between some of the enemy courts in the battlefield. Well, many enemy courts have soldiers prominently stationed outside their gates. There are also plenty of them that appear to be completely empty. You think you can maybe assume that these empty will not attack the court during coming battle? Yes, you can assume that. Additionally, you can see when enemy soldiers will attack the court over here on the timeline. Even soldiers might be no threat if you can deal with their courts before they attack. Okay. So where's that bird cage? Your Majesty, look, there's a chest resting on that patch of land. We should be able to recover its contents as long as it remains in sight until low tide. Okay. Are we toast? As low tide begins, I don't know if I was supposed to match that chest or not, but I did. It felt like the right thing to do, even though the game just told me to keep it in sight. Make preparations for the coming battle. Yes, we know how the bird hit. Okay. We got tons of water. Let's throw about five of you out there. Absolutely smashed by these birds, yeah. And there we go. With time and repetition comes comfort. You feel your maximum level of comfort increase to 1. Okay. On the next morning, you awake in a strange bed. The bed is strange, not just because it's not your usual bed, but because it's also not the bed you fell asleep in. Puck told you any room within the court might be the Queen's, so you parted with him at the first room you found that wasn't already occupied. A small chamber beneath a staircase, a twin-sized bed neighbored by a nightstand and a lamp, a small desk in the corner, no windows. Meanwhile, the bed you awake in is queen-sized and contained within a spacious chamber that opens onto a balcony. Okay. Kind of setting the scene here. The balcony overlooks the courtyard of your new home. You appear to be roughly 5 stories above the ground. Because I'm a queen. Your bedchambers. What should you do here? What's the keys? Take stock of your possessions. You look over the scant possessions that were on your person when you arrived at the court. Everything appears to be where you left it, with one irritating exception. Sometime between your arrival and now, you have managed to misplace your keys. In a way, you suppose you also managed to misplace the locks those keys are intended for. A mystery admittedly of much greater concern to you than the missing keys. Let's go explore the court. What are we going to do here? Investigate. Let's go to your office. Oh, Puck's in the court. I should have talked to him first. I'm not interested in going to war at this moment. There are some dogs catching frisbees in the courtyard just out of frame. Of course there is. Neat. Consult the ever-changing map. Where are we? We're right here. door yet, so I'm leaving my office. Let's talk to Puck. A man named Puck is just across the courtyard. Perfect. You have many things you wish to ask him. Yet, as you draw near, he quickly exits the scene. You might be imagining it, but he appeared to retreat the moment he saw your approach. What should you do here? Investigate the dining hall, of course. Yeah, eat some breakfast. In the light of the day, the feasting hall more closely resembles a common dining area. You collect some breakfast from a buffet, then seek a table. You would prefer to sit somewhere out of the way, near an exit, ideally hidden. You sit in the most nondescript location you can find, a corner near a trash bin. Before you finish a bite, a whole host of fairy courtiers arrive with their meals and sit with you. They make idle conversation and a few honest attempts at answering your myriad of questions, none of them successful. As you complete your meal, you idly note that your table is now the most lively and boisterous table within the hall. Of course, I'm the queen. You also note idly that despite his assurances that he would answer all your questions, the man called Puck remains nowhere to be seen. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. You got 10 food. We're going to leave. Then we're going to go to we went straight to our office. That's where I wanted to go. After breakfast, court goes to war, and as you ready yourself a question. Your Majesty, is the intensity of the war to your liking? If not, please feel free to adjust the thermostat. The thermostat, maybe make things a little easier on yourself. Current comfort, 0 out of 1. +1 comfort. With her calculator returned to her, Robin can give you a detailed analysis of the battlefield. +1 comfort, start with an extra 10 food. +1 comfort, 10 wood, 10 water. +1 comfort, increase the market transaction limit by 5. Let's go with the Robin calculator. I've been looking for that. Max comfort level, of course. We're very comfortable. Despite falling short of them yesterday, you're confident you can reach those signs today. Very good. Her Majesty's loyalty to this approach is quite admirable. How steadfast. Okay. Oh, and right, here's what my battle calculator says. There aren't any environmental hazards threatening the court that I can see. As for the enemy, these are empty, so we don't need to worry about them. These are deploying units. I can give you a more detailed analysis of them if you'd like. Sure. This is capable of attacking the court. It doesn't deploy its units until roughly halfway through the battle, so at least we'll have some time to prepare. Based on these calculations, I say that the court is in a small amount of peril. If we wish to maintain this position, we could just move the court around without disturbing the rest of the battlefield until low tide arrives. Either way, that's all I have. Feel free to ask again if the battlefield situation changes. Okay, but that's not what we do, right? We picked up a couple things. Let's gather all manner of trinkets, trifles, toys, goods, services. A selection of goods are good for the taking. What are they? Sidestep, working spell. Move in any direction so long as it's horizontal. I mean, we'll take it. I don't know what we're doing. Let's deploy one of you, and then we can deploy one of you. Oh wait, no. Okay, that's our undo button that I'm looking at. So let's get a farmer out there. We just need one soldier, I feel like. We need more water, though. And you know what, soldier? What the heck are you doing? I want you fighting the older soldier. We lost 10 health. Okay, let's consult the calculator. As for the enemy, these are empty. We don't need to. Those are deploying units. No, that's good. I didn't like your advice. Thanks for telling me what I already knew, Robin. Okay, well, we delete you guys. Okay. A tap on your shoulder, Robin points to a building in the distance. Your Majesty, that shop is neutral to this conflict. We should strongly consider stocking up on supplies. Of course, that's only if it stays in view. Okay. Well, the field is broken. Okay, let's check the shop. You need to understand how money works. I don't understand how money works. You thought you understood a lot of things before your world shattered, and now you might as well understand nothing. Whoa, I don't need your life story, ma'am. I just gotta make sure you know where money comes from. Let me explain. First thing, you gotta know where money doesn't come from. You're probably used to getting stuff like food, water, wood, stone randomly during high tide, right? Well, that's not going to work for money. Instead, you earn money by doing your job. You have a job, right? You don't think you have a job. Oh, come on. I have caller ID, you know. I know you're a fancy fairy queen of a fancy fairy court fighting a fancy fairy war. That's totally a job. Have more confidence. So anyway, fairy queens usually earn money by defeating their enemy on the battlefield. Just knock down those enemies and money will pop out. Oh yeah, you can also get some money by selling stuff. Maybe to us, but doing your job is a surefire method. Whew. Now that I've given you the talk, how about I tell you what we have for sale? We're closed during high tide, but here's what we would have for sale if we were open. A gunboat. Offensive rock attacks enemy via water. A lumberjack working fairy gathers wood from forests. Working defensive fairy gathers wood from forest, defends your court. Working defensive fairy gathers rocks from hills, defends your court. Then we've got trade wood at market prices. Okay. We match you guys. That little motion, yeah, left for us, huh? I need that water, though. I know that. Oh boy, would I like to get you over here. That would delete our shop. Keep it simple. That doesn't give us money, eh? But it was a chain. Okay. We're gonna put you out here. We're gonna put about 5 of you out here. And then maybe a couple farmers. Let's go to war. We're all over you guys. Can't stop us. We still have our court. Oh, wait, where'd our shop go? Oh, did we have to use the shop before we started war? That's unfortunate. What are you? Is that a billboard in the middle of the battlefield? It's true, there appears to be a billboard of some sort among scattered the elements of the terrain. You go to the other walls of the court to get a better look. You need law. That thing gives me the creeps, Your Majesty, as if we're about to be sued just by looking at it. You agree, it might not be best to look away lest you draw some unwanted legal attention. While the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Well, we love water. Another structure waits into view in the distance. Suppose this is another. Look, Your Majesty, a temple of market. Should you wish to pay your respects, it need only stay in view until low tide. Correct, your brilliance continues to blind. Okay. Okay, this is just trading shit. I'd rather have the wood than trade. I mean, this soundtrack's kind of a vibe. They're cooking with that. Okay, we're down to only one enemy, which is beautiful. We trade generic assets. Do we need wood? Let's take a wood. And let's put a soldier out there. Oh wait, no, undo. No, I don't want to undo. Not undo, buy it. Close the market. Deploy a soldier, deploy a farmer. I don't know. Moving your current location would accomplish nothing. You killed my unit. No, Stay away from my court! And now the court finds itself surrounded by catapults. To be perfectly precise, those appear to be trebuchets. Given that trebuchets are a subcategory of catapult, you don't see any reason why you can't just call them catapults. Very well, my queen, I retreat in the face of your overflowing wisdom. Ooh, this is a yikes. Let's hear from you, Robin. These catapults look like they'll miss the court, so we can ignore them. These catapults look like they will hit the court, so we might want to perform evasive maneuvers. And how do we know? Because I don't see a difference. As for the enemy, there aren't any enemies on the battlefield. But this is considerable peril. A strange building comes into view. As you observe it, the phone in your office rings. Yeah, hey, Titanium Court, Your Majesty. I'm calling from the Glass House. Yeah, we sell potions. As our name suggests, we firmly oppose the act of throwing stones in any and all forms. Therefore, we'd like to offer our full support to Titanium Court in your campaign against these stone-throwing trebuchets. To start, here's a pro tip, free of charge. Hills will block the projectiles fired by catapults. Just surround your court with hills and you'll be safe. And if that doesn't work, we sell a variety of instant use potions that can help you deal with this threat. Give us a call sometime, we'll be happy to help. Click. You explained that it was a telemarketer, albeit one whose pitch might prove useful. Okay. So if that's the case, can I just go here? Let's consult Robin. We can't sell potions during high tide, eh? Let's buy a potion. One just has something on fire. Potion of geology can make mountains. This potion of flood and insurance ensures a flood wherever it lands. Ooh, let's buy the teleport potion. Oh, no, let's not. Never mind. We don't need to. I thought we'd hold on to it. I think we just do some farming. Yeah, we just farm hard. Ba-dum-bum. This is easy. Catapults continue their assault, although you note that there are now slightly fewer of them hanging around. High tide, while the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Oh, that took out some of those stones. I don't think I want to move there at this moment. Oh, shit. Am I gonna get hit? Evasive maneuvers, eh?
Oh.
Let's throw one of you guys out there. I want to see if we can kill it. No, we're gonna undo. We're gonna throw you out first. Commence battle. Kill the catapult. Yes. Oh, you still hit. Oh no, you hit too. Oh no, you hit too. Okay, we're in rough shape. Please tell me there's not another one. You appear to have weathered the storm just barely. I have 1 health. The threat of catapults now eliminated. The glass house pulls up to the court, and you receive another phone call. The salesman offers congratulations for your victory and asks if there's any further assistance he might provide, like a healing pod, please. You answer immediately, asking if he knows a way for you to return home. Oh, definitely. Let's pull over somewhere and I'll draw you a map. The salesman shows you the map and explains the directions. Okay, you've seen this before, right? You have, but no one thus far has offered an explanation for any of it. You assumed it was some sort of map. Hey, it kind of is, but it changes every day, so I'd say it's really more of a weather report. But it's pretty simple. Each of these rows is a battle. Within a given row, each column is a battlefield. Do you follow? Each row is a battle. Yeah, okay. Each column's the battlefield. No, you don't. I don't get it. But importantly, did you know you can choose from 3 potential battlefields before every battle? No, I didn't know that either. Anyway, here's where you're at right now, smacked in the middle of the war. To get home, you're first going to have to make it to the end, which is right up here. Before or after the dragon? After, of course. But making it to the end isn't enough. After that, you'll need to make an exit. Make an exit. Given the abstract nature of movement through the tide, would he be willing to elaborate on that? Oh yeah, it's confusing, right? These routes were conjured back in the 60s. Everyone was hopped up on allegory or something. Around here, making an exit means you gotta consciously leave the path you're on. You know, like, you gotta fundamentally change as a person. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. He sweeps his arms back to reveal a shelf of bottles under a marquee that reads love potion. Is he attempting to make a joke? Not at all. Nothing changes a person more than love. Okay, you take a deep breath. If this love potions function like those described in stories, forcing an individual to fall in love with a person they otherwise have no interest in, then you have absolutely no interest in them. Your Majesty, with all due respect, that's messed up. I don't sell anything like that. You've been hearing some weird rumors, huh? I blame my competition. Please let me set the record straight. My potions cannot create love from nothing. They merely expand the love that already exists within you. Seeing your shoulders relax a bit, he continues with his pitch. Now, if you're new to love potions, I definitely recommend starting small. Like this one, full of love for something called baseball. This one is great for beginners. The effects are really mild. Drink it and you'll end up liking this baseball just a bit more than you already do. That's it. I suppose that does sound relatively harmless. He also thinks it will help you return home. You might as well give it a try. Perfect. Oh, come on, put your wallet away. I'm not going to charge you for it. Just take it. First hit's free always, eh? And so you return to the court with a new map of the war and a single complimentary potion of liking baseball. The fuck? A potion of liking baseball. And now you have a certain idea of what you're looking at here. Based on what the salesman told you, this is either a map or a weather report. Either way, the important thing is that you can choose which upcoming battlefield to traverse. We gotta go where the hospital is. Okay. We need that hospital. Robin notes on how enemy knights behave in battle. My notes don't usually comment on minor enemy units, but there's a quick footnote here. Knights are defensive units. They won't attack the court directly, no matter their number. That said, they will attack our units, workers and soldiers alike, whenever they draw near. As such, they pose less of a threat than other enemy types, but that doesn't mean they're not annoying. You thank Robin for this information. Okay. Medical establishment is offering to sell you, but we can't do it during high tide. And there's a new sign on the battlefield. A dead end, it says. Oh, I know this one. It's a memento mori. I hear they're popular among mortals. This one's quite simple, perhaps even unrefined. It says dead end, so any mortal who reads it can remember exactly what awaits them at the end. In case they forgot, precisely. You deem it unnecessary to offer any sort of correction. Ooh, that's yucky. Oh, we don't want to clear that out. What are these tiles? Swamp. Oh no, the hospital's gone. And it's back. I mean, I don't want to touch anything over there. But certainly you guys can be taken out. That's gonna be our okay. We're gonna heal. We gotta buy that. Okay, we can afford that. And then we gotta put like a few of you guys out. Let's put a couple farmers out too. Yes, we got you before the night came out. And we got you before that unit came out. Perfect. 2 nights was perfect. All right, where do we go? Are we ready to fight a dragon? Absolutely not, but... Okay, let's go here. We take you out. Fortunately, we had to get rid of our hospital. Oh, there's a hospital in the woods. It's the greatest day of my life. What are you? You're just a regular guy, huh? Oh, just a fragile guy. Oh, there goes my other hospital. There's another hospital, okay. Oh, we'll take you guys out. You guys. Clean things up a little bit. Okay, and let's heal. Okay, we gotta use you. Of course, we bump out a couple of these guys. And I think we go for it. Come on, slow down. Yeah, you can't make it through there. Somebody spilled their tea. Oh my god, I got attacked. What happened? For a short period of time after the court wakes each morning, it drifts through the tide alone, free from its relentless obligations to the battlefield. You found this time useful for exploring your surroundings, your bedchambers. What should you do here? I'm going to take a shower. To mild surprise, the shower, nay the whole bathroom attached to your chambers is, to put it diplomatically, a bit shabby. Unlike the rest of your chambers, those which chose to stretch and grow with the size of your station, the bathroom remains small and intimate. If you were feeling less charitable, you might refer to it as claustrophobic. Also, the room is clearly built into the underside of a staircase. Various thumps and falls from above the ceiling provide ample evidence that the staircase is well traveled. You aren't complaining. You consider it a miraculous blessing that a fairy court outfit with the trappings of medieval Europe would also have functional modern plumbing. Yo-ho-ho! How's it going? Yo-ho-ho! What's going on over here? Respectable street raid. Thank you for the raid. What's up, gamers? Yeah, just been playing some Next Fest demos, trying Titanium Court right now. Not doing very well in it, but that's okay, we truck on. The music is really cool in this game. It's definitely got like just an entire vibe going on here, for sure. Anyways, we're looking at our little shabby bathroom here. Yeah, appreciate all the follows and the raid. Thanks, folks. Despite the shower's appearance, the temperature is consistently warm and the water pressure is high. Trying to Dwarf Eats Mountain demo. Haven't heard of that one. Might have to check that out. Just a completely normal, non-magical shower. Mediocre even. You suspect it will be good. Reminder of what your life was like prior to absconding with a cohort of fairies. As you step inside and close the sliding door, you quickly retract the previous statement. MMO 98. What's that like? The high pressure water. Are we doing like a match 3 on our friggin' bathroom now? The subtle ringing noise produced by the shower head. The echoes of the footsteps from the ceiling, all of the above combine to create a cacophonous cocoon of sound and steam. If anything, this shower is perhaps the most magical object you've encountered in the court thus far. You let your mind drift for a while. Just relaxing in the shower. Cool, like an old school PC. You need to keep an MMO server up. Interesting. Maybe worth checking out. A lot of cool looking demos. I was going through my, all the top charts and the Discover queues and stuff. So many demos, so little time. So what have I learned about the court? 1. Titanium Court's a royal fairy court. A place bound by ancient magic to withstand the tide. Whatever that is. 2. Magic totally exists, by the way. Of course it does. And 3, so do fairies, just so we're clear. I think that's kind of implied. 4, you are, however, not a fairy. As a person who has lived a decidedly unmagical life up until this point, you are instead a mortal. Yet somehow your mortal status did not disqualify you from being crowned queen of these fairies. Yeah, that is Captain Rex helmet from Clone Wars and those series. Respectable Street is not a huge Star Wars fan. As loath as you are to leave, you think you've spent enough time in the shower. Yeah, I think so. What should you do here? I guess we're gonna leave the room, go to the court. Lots of new stuff. Talk to Puck. What's he got to say? Hasn't noticed me. Maybe a good time to follow and observe for yourself what duties your steward. Oh, I mean, I feel like the Star Wars the movies are, a lot of the movies are the weakest part of Star Wars. A lot of the extended universe novels, I haven't read much of them, but they're pretty good, and all their random series, not all the random series, but a lot of them. I gotta figure out my duties. My steward's performing. Doesn't look like he's doing anything. Oh, he's okay. You know, you gotta make your money somehow. And the hot tub category is looking pretty good. Okay, this is getting a little tedious. Oh, my tooltip's back. Fortunately, you can click and hold the left mouse button to speed up the proceedings. Try it in battle too. Oh, nice, a fast forward button. For my ADHD brain. Now here's a part of the court you had not yet discovered. A vast library extends before you. Let's zip on through. Wait. You suddenly realize with some annoyance that while you were gaping at the scenery, Puck managed to slip out of your sight. Why is Puck hiding from me? He slipped behind a bookcase, did he not? Maybe you can figure out how. Is there a secret room? It doesn't budge when you attempt to move it. You try removing a random selection of books from its shelf, but that also has no effect. This is likely a waste of time. You're not even sure this is the correct shelf. I guess we get out of here. This is new. Let's take a look at these paintings. A fantasy of revenge. The subject is smashing his guitar, and most probably out of a seething hatred for rock and roll. I think you misunderstand. I've heard it said that the smashing represents his fervent passion for rock and roll. But how can that be? With his guitar smashed, surely he will find it difficult to participate in the day-to-day proceedings of rock and roll. I mean, that is a fair point. You interject to suggest that the subject likely has another guitar at the ready. That the smashing might represent both his passion and his wealth of guitars. Her Majesty theory is compelling, but the evidence is circumstantial. After all, this theoretical secondary guitar is not featured in the painting. How can we be sure it exists? Perhaps the artist painted it somewhere in that negative space I've heard so much about. I suppose we'll need to keep an eye out for it. The halls. What should you do here? I mean, guests can investigate the dining hall and get some food. You silently absorb the conversation around you as you eat breakfast. You know, vehicular theology is not so ridiculous if you consider the car to be mostly a metaphor. But for what? What could such an outlandish and inconsistent set of myths possibly be a metaphor for? Perhaps the psychological armor we construct around our true selves? All for the conveyance of the soul to be greater stages of enlightenment. It is not too hard to imagine. But aren't cars also allegedly beasts that devour naughty children who do not look both ways? Well, I never said it was a perfect metaphor. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. You get 10 water. Nice. That is how I pay for my farmers. The potion of liking baseball sits in the sunlight. Should I drink it? One reason for that is your natural trepidation towards something that you have been assured will change you. Another reason is the potion's instructions clearly state that for the best results, you should leave the potion in direct sunlight until it bubbles. Oh, well, we want it bubbling. It hasn't started bubbling yet. Let's look at what our map looks like. So I assume we'll be able to pick which battlefield we can go to now. While the exact extent of what you're supposed to be doing remains unclear, there's a growing list of things you think you should try to do. Recently, you've organized this list and placed it next to the ever-changing map for convenience. Oh, I've got a to-do list now. Achieve sufficient personal change that you can safely leave the court at night and achieve victory in the war. What should we do here? Is there anything outside? We should go to war, I guess. There's nothing else to do. After breakfast, the court goes to war. The thermostat. Maybe make things a little easier on yourself. What's this? Begin the war with extra 10 health. Start with a 2 thorns. Extra rock. Receive a small mirror that follows you from battle to battle. Interesting. What's that do? Increase the market transaction limit by 5. I want to go with this mirror. It's intriguing. And on this, I think... Respect your units. There's no units yet. Fields have extra food. Let's go to the fields then. While the field's broken, arrange it to your advantage. Okay. So let's clear these guys out. And then I don't think we have any actual enemies. And did that go straight into my food? Yes. I mean, we'll take water. Oh, what's this? You now notice the battlefield's littered with a bunch of ominous. What are those? Wormholes? I'm not sure what to call them, Your Majesty, but those things are bad news. The tide seems to group them with enemy, but they never disappear when matched. Instead, they appear to merge with their neighbors, retaining every soldier those neighbors possess. If prayer actually worked, I would pray that we do not see them grow. They remain harmless as long as they're empty. Okay, we gotta keep enemies away from them. Well, the field's broken, arrange it. Oh. A stump, a seat announcing new beginnings, the soapbox of the natural world. Well, that doesn't give me much information on that. This is a... What's this? That, a shop. And what's it got in it? A workshop, a working structure, produce workers based on its surroundings at the start of every battle. That's kind of cool. Let's get a bunch of wood. There's no stone here, eh? Just completely vibe out to this soundtrack. How many moves do we have left? We're about halfway done. What's the mirror do? Reflects the first 3 units you produce each battle. Reflects them where? Back into my court? I feel like that's not something I want. guess I can move this. But where to? I mean, I don't have money to go to the shop anyways. And it pops back up there. Beautiful. Just what we love to see. I guess we can do this. We're running out of moves. Let's clear these guys up. Okay. There's somebody standing on that stump. You look towards the stump in the distance. A lone figure appears to be holding up a sign. Learn self-defense. Ooh, we should sign up, Your Majesty. The court is terrible at defending itself. I mean, we can pay $1 for a self-defense lesson. We only have $2 to our name, but what are you gonna do, right? Bum, 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 bum. Cool beans. You suppose $1 isn't that much? You could spare it merely to satiate your own curiosity. You and your retinue gather around the stump, cash in hand. Step straight up. We'll start in a moment. As it happens, you aren't the only student present for today's session. That's right. I have the honor of being Sensei's #1 disciple. That doesn't mean anything, kid, and please stop calling me that. The instructor turns to you. It's your first time here, right? Let me explain how it works. Basically, each lesson I'm going to give you 1 card for self-defense and then tell you how to use it. Okay. The first thing you got to know is I'm not always going to be here to give you cards. If you really want to defend yourself, you're eventually going to need to fund your own cards. Question, Sensei, where can we find these cards? Haven't you been coming here for years, kid? You tell me. Sensei's answers possess so many meanings. True understanding still eludes me. Okay, look, kid, it's not a riddle. Normally you just find self-defense cards in shops or chests. Got it? You nod. Shops, chests. Anyway, why don't you start by choosing a card? Okay, choose a card, any card. Archer outpost, defensive structure, harass passerby. Knight, defensive ferry, defends your court. Driller, working defensive ferry, gathers rocks from hills, defends your court. I don't have many rocks, that might be good actually. Shield, defensive rock, takes damage in place of your court. Thorns, defensive tradition. All who would harm you take damage in return. Scales up in multiples. Ah, man, we could go with the passive thorns. Okay, thorns, these are interesting. So the way they work is whenever an enemy unit attacks your court, I know how thorns work. Blah, 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 blah. But where they really shine is when you've got 1 or 2 enemies positioned to attack you early in a battle. Without any means of defending yourself, an early attack like this can deal a ton of damage. It might even be fatal. But when you have thorns, there's an upper limit to how much of that kind of early... limit to how much that kind of early strike can hurt you. One last thing about thorns. They're passive tools, so you won't see them with the rest of your cards. Instead, you can see them hanging out over here with all your other passive effects. Okay. What's this? Offensive job, turn property damage into profit. And that's the lesson, go try it out. Okay, we're gonna make prep for battle. What's going on here? Okay, I don't have stuff. Can I get these guys out to fields? if I destroy castles, I get money, I think. So I gotta send some soldiers out. We gotta pick up some stone next round. Oh, don't go for the portal. Unless it's worth a lot of money, I guess. Come on, kill something. Yeah. We got some money. We need stone. Desperately. Okay. Swamp has extra water. It's missing woods. Has chests. Unremarkable flora. We get a shop. Let's go to the forest. That seems like the most straightforward place. High tide. Okay, first of all, we deal with you. What's this? What does the vending machine have for sale? Food and water. That makes sense. It's very vending machine coded to deliver food and water. Do I want to get in here? Yeah, that's nice. That was a multi-match. And I'd love to get you over here, yeah. Have we killed all the units? Nice, we got stone now. Let's get rid of that ferry. Okay, we've got one enemy unit. Not something I'm too concerned about. What's at our shop? I mean, let's try this wall out. You know what? It doesn't matter. We don't need it. Let's save our money. Okay, let's put some units out. We'll put you out to do a kill. Wait, everything I put out is 2? Is that what that mirror is doing? Okay, let's go back. Reflects the first 3 units you per... Okay, that's what that means. Reflects the first 3 units. That's doubling them, okay? So we do 1 soldier, because... Fuck, we don't need anything else. I mean, we could throw out a few of these... farmers, too. We can afford the water. Not that we need a bunch of food, but... That guy's stuck up there. He can't do anything about us. He's destroying your whole nation. Where should we traverse? Volcanoes, extra stone. Catapults and goons. We gotta just mix it up and go volcano. I haven't seen this before. Notice that slightly different hill has made an appearance in the battlefield. You hate to ask, but those are definitely volcanoes, aren't they? Yes, Your Majesty. When those volcanoes erupt, their surroundings will take 6 points of damage and burst into flame. Hello again. A quick clarification is now necessary. When Robin says the volcano surroundings take damage, that includes diagonal neighbors. Also, when you you can see when the volcanoes will erupt over here on the timeline. Also, please note that volcanoes actually match with standard hills for some reason. With this life-saving information now imparted, I will take my leave again. Okay, well, let's take one volcano out. Oh, we brought a catapult into existence. Yes, clear out you guys. What I'd really like to see is protection from these catapults, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. Unless... oh, that was a bad move. Does it tell you? Okay, so that's a volcano. If we keep it over here, that's going to take that out. So I think if I move my castle... oh no. I didn't realize I only had one move at the castle. Maybe there's something in the shop that can help me. You know what? Let's save on this round. I'm sure putting out a couple of these guys will actually solve my issues. These guys are totally gonna get demolished by these. No, actually not. I knew this was coming though. 5 points of damage. Take that catapult out. Not enough time. I don't even know if taking out a catapult is worth anything after it's fired. Which battlefield should the court traverse? No, I think we go standard again. Seemed to work out well last time. High tide. I guess I want to keep empty castles on the map so I can destroy them for money. I haven't been thinking about that at all. I've just been going, make enemy go bye-bye. Is there any way I can get stone here? It's you guys out. Okay, this is looking relatively safe. We only have 3 enemies. What's this? An egg. Receive a fascinating offer from the egg zone that has appeared on the battlefield. Your Majesty, great to see you again. Still trying to get home? Anyways, do I have an offer for you? He gestures at the large pile of eggs on the battlefield. That's right, you could become the proud owner of your very own football. Is he talking about the eggs? Eggs? What eggs? I've only got footballs here. They look like eggs. Your Majesty, they are likely American footballs. I hear those are shaped like eggs. Hey, if you're gonna call your football an egg, call it an egg. Who am I to judge? The important part is I'm prepared to part with one of these footballs for an incredibly low price. In fact, I'm prepared to pay you to take one with you. If he's willing to pay you to take one, there must be a downside to doing so. You'd like to know what it is. Well, raising a football is a big responsibility, too big for me. But you seem like you've really got it together, Your Majesty. You govern a whole magical court. You command vast armies, you ask questions, blah, 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 blah. Just give me the football. You consider assuming guardianship of a football. I think we take the money. That seems like a lot of money. You collect the signing bonus along with the egg, thus assuming responsibility for shepherding it to victory. I'll be rooting for you. Okay. Let me go out with these units. Oh no, the knights are getting my farmers. That guy's hard locked behind a moat. We made that basket. Standard. It's all standard. Missing hills. I don't want to be missing hills. That's the least resource I have. I could hit a shop. Let's go there. While the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Classic. You look through a spyglass from atop the walls of the court and distance signs in the battlefield. No parking. A curious symbol, a magical glyph of some sort, but I am unfamiliar with its meaning. It appears to outlaw the letter P, yet it prevents me from not proclaiming provocations pertaining to the presence of P in any of my pronunciations. Perhaps. What do our scholars make of it? Hop answers the call of his profession. You are correct that it is a simple magical ward, but this one is of mortal origin. Perhaps Her Majesty would care to explain to us its purpose. He winks at you and then retreats from the conversation. Placed on the spot, you tentatively explain that this sign is attempting to prevent anyone from parking an automobile within its vicinity. Your courtiers appear to be highly amused by this explanation. Some of them even laugh out loud. Aha, so it's supposed to be warding off cars. Cars, a strange new mortal superstition, similar to an ogre or troll, but made of metal. Ah, I think I've heard of that. It's a bit nostalgic, is it not? Mortals used to use their magic to ward off fairies. Yes, I remember. It almost never worked, but it was probably less of a waste of time than this, ha. Quite. After all, at least fairies exist. Seeing the look on your face, he backtracks a bit. No offenses intended, Your Majesty. I'm certain if cars were real, this ward would be doing a fine job. What are these guys? Pirate Cove. Oh, these produce gunboats. That seems important to take out. Do they match with... Okay, they don't match with water as well. Just thinking they could maybe go either way. But alas, that is not the case. Yes, get rid of you two. Well, I didn't really strategize there now, did I? Okay, what's in the shop? Frig will buy you. But we buy it all. Oh, my hand's currently full. Allow me, when interacting with a shop or chest, simply click on your cards to offer them up for sale. Okay, well, I don't care. I bought all these just now. I don't want to sell them yet. Okay, let's... I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now, but... we're assuming this is good. We'll just keep putting units out there and we'll see what happens. Wait, why are my own units attacking those red things? But we're clearing this out. We've got lots of stuff online here. As the dust from the battle settles, it soon becomes clear that your football did not survive the ordeal. Your courtiers, showing a surprising amount of coordination, organized a short memorial service for the demolished ball. Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do anything with that. As queen of the court, you're naturally expected to deliver a eulogy. You do a brief overview of the ball's memorable qualities, including the fact that it was clearly an egg. Okay. Let's choose a penalty. Let's not forfeit. Let's get rid of our cash. I don't even know what to do with cash. It's not in good hands, in my hands. Bring the football to the end zone. I didn't get that to do. Let's grab some water. Okay, we're gonna clear you. Oh wow, there's like what are these units? Centaurs. I don't want to be fighting centaurs right off the top. Or maybe I do. Because I'd probably kill them before they come out. That's a great observation. Okay. So I mean, we open this stuff. Let's take a look at that. I don't know. We're gonna sell it. I'm not reading that. There's considerable excitement surrounding the rather large jar that has drifted into view. Looks like a mayonnaise jar. Your Majesty, I advise you to steer the court away from that thing. Nay, Robin, such advice is an error. We must steer closer to the jar should we ever hope to open it. Every time we wage war in proximity to that jar, our soldiers neglect the battle in favor of attempting to open it. But we're still making progress. Surely by now we have at least put a dent in it. The decision is yours, Your Majesty, but if we must attack the jar, let's at least do so when the court is relatively safe. Look, why am I looking at the map? Open the jar. That's a new to-do. Makes sense. Okay, let's go. We'll throw our own centaur out there. A couple of these guys. Do we want to do this? I don't think we wanted to do that, but whatever. I'm just like randomly clicking on stuff. We'll see how that works out for us. We still have full strength on our keep, though. Yes, open the jar. Open that jar. Oh my god, the animations. This game is something else. We opened a jar. All combatants, both those on your side and the enemies, put down their weapons and look towards the jar. The jar, as it happens, has just been successfully opened. What's inside? From within the jar emerges an aroma. You can't immediately identify the smell, but it's something familiar. Something that unlocks memories of another time and place. Springtime, moderate humidity, classes are winding down and the new warmth is rekindling the smells baked into the walls of your residence hall. You're about to move out and looking at a period of 2 to 3 weeks before you can move into your new place. You have couches you can sleep on, but most of your earthly possessions will need to reside elsewhere for this period. As you lock them away in a relatively affordable storage unit, you feel something indescribable. A shining, for lack of a better term. Unburdened, untethered, unanchored, the only thing keeping you from floating away is the small key to the storage unit you hold in your hand. A key that you find yourself staring at now, here in the present. Ooh, I got one of my keys? Wait, where'd it come from? You found it in the jar, Your Majesty. Oh. Was there anything else in there? Nope. Where you're plunging a toilet? A curse is lifted on this day. The Queen of Titanium Court did unburden her people of the curse of resistance, and there was jubilation. That's big for us, opening a jar. No U-turns. As the cart moves motionlessly across the void, it suddenly encounters a neighbor. Your courtiers cry out in alarm. You spy a great dragon soaring above his lair in the distance. This dragon's going to absolutely destroy us, isn't it? The legendary apex predator opens his mouth and addresses the court. Here's what he says. But before you can say anything, one of your courtiers approaches you nervously. Your Majesty. Well, what is it? Can't they see this is a bad time? Well, you've overstayed your what? What are they trying to tell you? Allow me. The fairies of the court are attempting to tell you that you've completed the demo. Wait, it's done? What about the dragon? Ah, such a tease. Don't worry, your save file will be carried over to the full version of the game should you choose to purchase it. You'll be able to pick up exactly where you left off. Okay, but you'll probably have forgotten how most of this works by then. We won't make you leave or anything. They won't, but I will. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the full game once it's available. Cool. Sweet. So that's the Titanium Court demo. Very interesting game. It's like a lot going on. different game loops. You got your match 3, and then you're into purchasing units, battling. Sweet beans. All right, then. I think that's where we end it today. Let me open Twitch here. Well, it looks like nobody's on. Whatever. I think we'll just end it. Peace out, folks.